In France, people say bon appétit before a meal. But in Japan, what do they say? They join their hands together and say Itadakimasu. While this is often translated as let's eat or enjoy your meal, the true meaning is fundamentally different. Today we will explore the fascinating facts behind this phrase and how it reveals a unique way of looking at food and labor. The word Itadakimasu literally comes from the word for a mountain peak or the top of the head. In ancient Japanese society, specifically within the strict hierarchy of the warrior class, when people received a gift or food from someone or higher status, they would physically hold it up above their heads. This gesture was a performance of extreme humility, showing that the gift was more important than their own existence. Over time, this physical action of holding something high became the verb for receiving or eating. When the people say Itadakimasu today, they are performing a verbal version of that ancient gesture. They are acknowledging that they are receiving a blessing not just from a person, but from nature and the life force of the plants or animals on their plate. But there is a second half to this ritual. After the men, the Japanese say Gochisousama. While the first phrase about receiving life, Gochisousama is about acknowledging human effort. The literal meaning of the characters used for chiso is to run and to gallop. Before the age of supermarkets and modern logistics, preparing a meal for a guest meant literally running to the ocean for fish or deep into the mountain for vegetables. Gochisousama is a way of saying, I see how hard you learn from me. It is a sign of respect for the invisible physical labor, the learning around that made the meal possible. One of the most surprising facts about this tradition is that it isn't actually as ancient as many people think. Historical records suggest that for centuries, mealtime manners in Japan were diverse and often marked by silence. It wasn't until the mid-20th century, specifically with the 1954 School Lunch Act, that this phrase became a national habit. The government used the school lunchroom as a place for food education, standardizing this ritual to build a sense of community across the country. Even today, this custom continues to spark debate. As society becomes more focused on money and transactions, a controversy has emerged where some argue that because they pay for their food, they shouldn't have to say thank you. This creates a clash between market logic, where food is a product, and the relational ethics, where a meal is seen as a gift of labor that money cannot fully represent. Despite these modern debates, the habit remains deeply rooted. Even when eating completely alone, many people in Japan still join their hands and whisper Itadakimasu. For them, it is a personal moment of recognition. It is a way to acknowledge the invisible chain of work and the transition of life that brought the food to their table. By looking at the origin of these words, we see that they are more than just polite greeting. They are cultural tools that connect the person eating to the natural world and the people who work in it. The next time you sit down to the meal, remember the learning around and the life on your plate, whether you say the words or not. It's an interesting way to think about what it really means to eat.